In this class, I'm going to ride a bike and I'm going to walk under a ladder. But I'm also going to give you a review of all the conditionals and tell you about all those things that your teacher never explained to you. Let's start with a timeline to show the differences between each conditional. Look at this timeline. Here we have the past, we have the present and the future. Now, let's start with the zero conditional. Where does the zero conditional go on this timeline? There you go. It's from the past to the future, because the zero conditional we use for things which are always true. The first conditional. The first conditional we use for things in the future. So you can see we have it on our timeline from the present to the future. Now, the second conditional. The second conditional is for things which are improbable or maybe impossible, again, in the future. So the same as the first conditional. And now the third conditional. Well, the third conditional we use just for the past. And mixed conditionals. Well, most mixed conditionals are a combination of the third conditional in the past and the second conditional in the future. So, why do we have the conditionals in different colours? We have the first conditional and the zero conditional in green. We have the second conditional in orange and red. And the third conditional and mixed conditionals also in red. Well, consider a traffic light for a moment. What does a traffic light mean? Well, if you're in your car at the traffic lights, then if you have a green light, you can go. If you have the amber light, maybe you can go, maybe you can't go. If you have the red light, then you have to stop. This is clear, no? Well, maybe it's not clear. Once a student told me that green means go. Amber means go very fast. And red means go very, very, very fast. Well, we're not using that system today. We want to use the traditional system of traffic lights. Green for go, amber for maybe go, maybe stop, and red, stop. Okay, let's take this one step further. Green means go. So it is probable or it's possible that you will go if the light is green. If the light is amber, then it is maybe improbable that you will go. If the light is red, it is impossible for you to go. Let's look at a different way of explaining the difference between the conditionals. Maybe this will help you to remember the differences more. Let's have a look at this line we have here of probability. Here at the bottom we have always true, and then we have probable, then we have possible, improbable and impossible. Well, we can put the conditionals on here, and again the colours will relate to the probability or the improbability of a condition. So here at the bottom we have the zero conditional because it's always true. So this is like having a green light. The first conditional is the same. A first conditional is possible or probable. So a green light, it's probable or possible that you can go if you have a green light. Now, the second conditional is interesting because it is like a brother or a sister to the first conditional. Because, do you remember, it is also referring to the future. But the difference with the first conditional is that the second conditional is talking about improbability or impossibility in the future. So this is why we have the second conditional. Half, you can see, is in orange or amber. This relates to the traffic light we have here in amber. which means, of course, that maybe you can go, but maybe you have to stop. So this gives us the idea that a second conditional is for things which are, maybe they're possible, but they're improbable. And the other part of the second conditional, which is in red, are for things which are basically impossible in the future. And then, of course, at the top here we have the third conditional, which is all red. And the red, of course, means stop. You cannot go. It's impossible to go. So the third conditional is for things in the past, which, of course, are impossible, because third conditionals are talking about speculation, theoretical things in the past that, of course, you can't change. Well, unless maybe you have a time machine, then maybe we can forget about the third conditional. But until we have a time machine, I think we have to continue and use the third conditional. And again, as I said, the mixed conditionals are a mixture normally between the third and the second conditional, which here are both in red. So it means the mixed conditionals also are impossible. So we can give them a red colour to denote impossibility. Okay, now let's have a look at some examples of each conditional. I'm not going to explain the form of each conditional here because I've made some other videos, and if you click on the link down in the description box, you can see how each conditional is formed. Okay, now let's start with the zero conditionals. Oh, I've got something. The zero conditional is for things... What is that? Snake! Sorry about that. These things happen sometimes in the English classes. Where were we? Zero conditional, yes. Yeah. If you have a snake in your shirt, you scream. Okay, you can see here I'm using present simple and present simple. Is that always true? Yes, I think so. If you have a shirt in your snake, you see, now it's totally, yeah, this. Now we have mosquitoes also, okay? We have mosquitoes here where we live, I'm afraid. Yeah, as I was saying, if you have a snake in your shirt, you scream. It's normal, okay? Let's move on now to the first conditional. Let's hope this one goes better. If you walk under a ladder, you'll have good luck. No, that's wrong. It's not if you walk under a ladder, you'll have good luck. It's if you walk under a ladder, you'll have bad luck. Again, no. So, that didn't go very well, did it? Never mind, we'll continue. First conditional. If you walk under a ladder, you'll have bad luck. Bad luck, not good luck. You'll have bad luck. As you can see here, present simple in the if clause and the future simple in the main clause. First conditional, this is a green light, remember, so this is something which is possible or probable. What do you think? If you walk under a ladder, you'll have bad luck. Depends what you believe, but it's either possible or very probable. Let's move on to the second conditional. Okay. First, we're going to look at a second conditional, which is the amber light. Okay, the amber light, which means something which is in the future, a condition in the future, but it's improbable. Not impossible, but improbable. Here I am today working, doing conditionals again, but it's possible, yeah. Okay, so if I were on my bike, okay, if I were on my bike, I'd be happy. But I'm not on my bike. I'm here, as I said, I'm here teaching. Sorry? I've got what? Ah, I've still got the... Sorry. Hang on. Okay. So, second conditional. If I were on my bike, I'd be happy. If I were, simple past and would plus an infinitive for the second conditional. Now, you may be thinking, if this is talking about the future, an improbable future, why do you have the past simple here? Well, the answer is that it's not really working as a past simple. It's working as a subjunctive. If you speak a Latin language like Spanish or Italian, you will realize that this is a subjunctive. It's talking about something theoretical. It's not talking about the past. It's talking about the future, but it's a subjunctive. Okay? So this is the second conditional. So let's have a look at the next second conditional, the second conditional talking about impossibility. Not improbability, but the second conditional which relates to the red light. It's something which is impossible. Yeah. Excuse me, you, young man, you, I said second conditional, yes. The second conditional. Huh? What? Second conditional? What's that then? Exactly. You weren't listening, were you? Now, if I were you, I would be sitting at a desk paying attention. Yeah? If I were you, I would be sitting at a desk paying attention. If I were you, it's impossible for me to be you. So here we use the simple past, which is acting like a subjunctive. Okay? This is a subjunctive. It's impossible for me to be you. And of course, you can see in the main clause we have the would, which is contracted, and an infinitive to complete the second conditional. Okay, let's have a look at the third conditional now, which is impossible because it's theoretical, it's in the past. Okay? Let's see. If I had been rich and famous and handsome and intelligent, I think I would have married a famous film star like, I don't know, like Jennifer Lopez or, no, Salma Hayek or, no, Julia Roberts. No, wait, Jessica Alba. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was daydreaming there for a while. Okay? Don't let my wife see this video. Whatever you do, don't let my wife see it. I'll be in hot water, I think. But, of course, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, not handsome, not intelligent. So I'm just Simon. I'm just Simon, English teacher. So this is all just speculation about the past, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's never going to happen. It's impossible. So this is the third conditional. And you can see, if I had been famous and rich, here we use the past perfect. And in the main clause, we use would plus have plus the past participle. Okay? So, but this is just something which is impossible. Okay, let's have a look at one mixed conditional too. If you were afraid of snakes, I wouldn't have used the snake in this conditional today. If you were afraid of snakes, second conditional, the subjunctive, simple past. But you are not afraid of snakes. So this is talking about a condition which is not true. It's impossible because you're not afraid of snakes. I wouldn't have used the snake in the video today. This is the third conditional. The main clause uses would plus have plus the past participle. Okay, so this is a mixed conditional combining the second conditional and the third conditional. And of course, the result is that it's an impossible thing, an impossible condition. So, this is the end of the first part of this video on conditionals. If you join me again for the second part, I will explain 5 ways in which you can improve your conditionals and also impress the examiners. So this video will be particularly useful for those of you studying at level B2 or higher. Now, if I were you, I would go for a cup of coffee or a beer or maybe a cup of tea if you're feeling British, and then join me for the second part. Right, I think a cup of tea, or yeah, maybe I need something a bit stronger.